right now, there's a lot of coins that are making giant runs. We had StormX go up like 45% at one point yesterday, and we have Filecoin and Litecoin shooting off 25, 30% in the last day or two. What is up, guys? Norse Digital Assets coming at you with another video. Shout out to all the CKB supporters, the CKB crew. The other night we were stuck at 99 subscribers, then we hit 100 subscribers, and then after I released a CKB video, we shot up to 137 subscribers by the time I woke up in the morning. So the channel's growing pretty fast. And gotta give a big thanks to the CKB crew. And obviously there's a lot of interest in CKB. The search volume on YouTube is pretty high on CKB. We're gonna take a look at CKB in this video and also StormX quickly. Don't forget to subscribe. Down here in the corner is my watermark. It is my logo. Put your mouse on the logo and you can subscribe that way, or you can click subscribe below like normal. No difference, but yeah, click my logo down here in the corner and subscribe. You can also follow me on Twitter. What I post on Twitter is a little bit different than what I do in the YouTube videos. So let's take a look at the charts. So the total Bitcoin, real quick at Bitcoin, 50,300, still fighting. Now let's take a look. This chart here is the crypto total market cap. These are all cryptos, all 11,600 cryptos combined into one chart. We are at 2.3 trillion down here. This chart, overall, the market looks great. We have so this is on the daily here. So any trend, any downtrend we had on the RSI that was falling, as you can see here, just any trend of, let's draw this out. Any trend that sort of had a falling pattern, we've broken out of that. We've broken out of that trend and we're starting to come above the purple there. On the MACD, we just had a bullish cross here, the blue coming over the orange here, so that looks good. And we also have the stochastic RSI still rising up here. The market looks good on the daily. Up here, we are starting to get away from the 20 EMA a little bit, but as you can see, we do that and do that for an extended period of time. That can happen for a couple of weeks. You can get away and you can create this pocket, get away and create this pocket. So we're starting to get away from the 20 EMA, but we're headed up. Nice even spacing between the 20 and the 55 here. A lot of the time, this very even spacing can stay even for a little bit longer, so we can get another 5-6 days out of this, out of possible upward movement to get this 2.3 trillion up to 2.4, 2.5 as we keep moving up. You can see in the past, you know, you can create these pockets. This is on the total market cap chart, so it acts a little differently than individual cryptos, but yeah, you have that ability to get away from the 20 and stay away from it real healthily, and then you'll have that correction back. But you can see these markets, they work in these waveforms. You can see, you see that? The waves. So we're going to continue with those waves. And as you can see, when you get that buy signal, on the daily on that cross, look what happened last time. And that's October 2020. October 2020 would be a great time to buy, but you see all this action where it moves up, and there's the major correction. This was the bear cycle summer that we just went through. You can see that there. So we have, the market looks healthy. These indicators here, the total market looks healthy. Just taking a look at that, because the total market and Bitcoin, both of those charts are very important to what kind of movement we are going to get on individual cryptos in general. So let's take a quick look at CKB and see what it has going on here. So CKB, what we have going on here is we're still trying to complete this handle. we are trying to make that move from 1.6 cents up to that 1.8 cents range. With Bitcoin looking healthy today, Bitcoin's chart has a lot of stuff that is looking good, looking healthy. I don't think it's going to take too much longer to make that move up. We're just going to have to wait and see. We need this handle to be completed. If right now there's a lot of coins that are making giant runs. We had StormX go up like 45% at one point yesterday, and we have Filecoin and Litecoin shooting off 25-30% in the last day or two. Filecoin just in the last day went pretty crazy. So basically these different coins have their moments, and CKB's had its moment too. That was what started the start of this handle here, you know, when we shot up here to this 1.8 cents where we're trying to hit here. So we have this symmetrical handle that meets the cup. So we're looking for that to happen so this is on the daily. We're looking to have over the next week, we have just a couple decent sized candles, and that'll get us up to that level there. And then you can sit here and measure off that. You can measure the depth of that cup, and we'll be looking for a technical target out of that area. We'll be looking for a technical target up to around 3 cents, which is about 100% gain from where we're at now. After we complete the handle, it would be a smaller gain. From where we're at now, we're looking at around 167. We're looking at around 80%, 90%. Out of where we're at now. Off there, we're probably looking at about a 60% gain off when we complete that handle. We should complete that handle here in the next few days. This is not financial advice, this is just speculation, but this is just reading the charts and telling you what the charts are showing me. That's just what I am seeing with the charts. If we look at the 4-hour on CKB, the chart has moved a little differently in the 4-hour lately, but right now we are possibly forming a very small bull flag where you have in the 4-hour, this is on the 4-hour, so each candle is equal to 4 hours. You have a real small bull flag there that, 4, 8, 12, you can start to come through this and just kind of sit sideways in the 1.68 range and kind of sit sideways and kind of build up some support to shoot off forward again. And if that happens just on this tiny little bull flag, you can expect to see down here to where it started before that movement, depending on where you break out, you could expect to see movement up. If you do pop out of this little area and you move up, that 1.76 or 1.8 is the same thing. That 1.8, that would satisfy on the daily chart that I just showed you. That would satisfy the finishing of that handle. And then depending on what the rest of the market is doing, if the rest of the market is healthy, then you can definitely see that movement that I showed you up to that 3 cent mark, and in somewhat of short order up to that 3 cent mark if the market is healthy and we complete this handle. And the market is looking healthy. There's been September dumps historically on Bitcoin and a number of coins. If you look back on the charts, there are September dumps where prices dump the first half of September until recovering later. So that's yet to be seen. It is September 5th. Okay, so it's September 5th. That is yet to be seen yet, and we'll just wait and see what happens with CKB. CKB looks healthy. I pointed that all out to you. We're going to take a real quick look, and also with that long-term projection, obviously I have that in my other video, all the way up here to the 1618 between 12 and 13 cents, and that could be conservative. Let's look at StormX real quick here. StormX. Let's go to Binance. That's what I've usually been using. So StormX obviously had a crazy day yesterday. While I was filming the video, it went from 4.5 cents to 5 cents. So this candle was forming while I was doing a StormX video yesterday. But yeah, StormX obviously had to make that correction back. You can, when you get those crazy large candles, if you are a trader, you can sell at the top of that green candle. And when you do that, you need to sit back, and when you make that sell you need to sit back, not financial advice, but you need to sit back and wait a day or two to let the waters calm. If you sell at 5 cents and then you see it running off to 5.3 cents, 5.4 cents, 5.5 cents, and you think it's going to keep going up after this massive green candle and you buy it again, you're going to end up with a little bit of a loss. When you sell a position after a gigantic green candle on the daily, you need to sit back for a day or two, because you are going to come back almost always. 99% of the time, you're going to come back to that you're going to come back to towards 4 cents or 4.5 cents anyways, like you did here. You got this red candle. So be careful of that. Your emotions are going to mess with you when you are trying to do the trading, and that's what gets a lot of people, is the emotions both ways, the up and down, the FOMO when it's going up and the emotion when it's going down, etc. You just have to be smart about it, and that's my advice on that. So StormX is looking healthy though. I mean, obviously we have to come back towards the 20, but because of that giant green candle, we're starting to get the 20 EMA to start to curve up, and we want these two lines to start to go a little bit more vertical. We had a little bit of a rising wedge look to them here, but a little bit more vertical, that would just be more gains. So that's what we want to see, guys. So let's look at the 4-hour. Yeah, obviously that's not something you don't typically see, this pattern. But that's not something you always see on the 4-hour. But yeah, StormX went crazy yesterday for whatever reason. If you haven't watched my StormX video that I put out yesterday, it's a pretty good video, just a general outlook on StormX. Take a look at it. Cool video. So we just came back. We're finding support on the 20. If we actually touch the 20, that's a spot where you can add to your position if you want, because StormX does look healthy. Moving forward, it looks healthy, and it looks like we will make those gains. Long term, let's go back to the daily. Long term on StormX, we are still looking at a price point of, on the fib here, pulling it out there. So we are looking at a price point in the range of 39.40 cents at the 1618, like many other coins coming up to the 1618 if we get that movement. We are waiting on Bitcoin and many other factors. StormX does look rather healthy. We had on the daily, we had the bullish cross there. And then on the stock RSI, we had this is when it's down here in the gutter, this is oversold conditions. And this is when you got the stochastic down here in the gutter, that's a possible momentum shift and a reversal in the sentiment and the price for it to come back up. So we just had that here recently on August 27th. StormX overall looks pretty healthy. We'll have to wait and see what the RSI is going to do. That was some crazy movement. I expect it to come back down to the 20, find some support on the 20, at least on the 4-hourly, find support on the 20. Here we might have continue with a little bit of a gap, but let's get these lines to start moving more vertically, the 20 and the 55 to start curving up vertically. But yeah, both of them are looking healthy, and we're looking to enter this bull run. I also showed you the total market on the total market chart at the start of this video, and you know that looks pretty healthy too. So we're waiting on Bitcoin, we're waiting to get this party started. So that's it, just a quick update on StormX and CKB. There's a big following on these coins, so that adds to it even more. And don't forget, we got StormX sitting on the Portland Trailblazers uniform coming this season, so that's pretty cool too. So we have a lot going on. Thank you to all the subscribers so far. Thank you for the comments. Comment below where you're watching from. If you're not in the United States, if you're somewhere abroad around the world, comment where you're from. And also down here in the corner, my logo, it is a watermark. Go ahead and hover above there and click there and click subscribe. I'm going to keep doing updates on mini coins on my Twitter. I have 20 plus assets that I am going to be covering that I also hold. So namely Cardano and XRP are two of my biggest holdings, but I have a variety of other cryptos, around 20. So I'll continue to cover them, and as I find gems, and I'm not talking meme coin gems or gems with no liquidity at all, I'm talking about finding gems like DAG Constellation when it's down there below way down in the gutter at 5 cents and comes out and gets a contract with the Air Force. I'm talking about more serious coins that have a higher chance of utility in the future. So click subscribe below, and that's it for this video, guys. We will see you next time. See ya.